Baruch here with genConnect. We're joined today again by Lori Gottlieb. Lori, when people are dating, they usually go into the experience with a checklist of what the person looks like, what they do, how they are. At what point should they say, you know what, I've checked enough of the boxes?
Right, there shouldn't be any boxes. I think that's the issue. I think people go in with a very preconceived notion of the person that they're going to fall in love with, and what happens in real life is very often the person that they end up falling in love with and the person that they end up having their lasting marriage with is not the person that met whatever check boxes they thought they had when they originally went in.
Well, shouldn't there be some expectations and some standards when people are going into it?
Yes, but I think that the check boxes don't tend to be about the important things. So the check box might be like, the person's going to look like this, or they're going to have this kind of job, or they're going to have this kind of background, as opposed to the person's going to have the character issues. They're going to be kind. They're going to be generous. They're going to be able to compromise. They're going to be mature. I don't think those are the things that we have on our checklists.
Now, what about on those? Should people be able to compromise on those character issues as well?
No.
Or should those be steadfast?
I think you're going to have a really hard time in a relationship if you can't relate to the person on an emotional level. And you know, marriage is going to be a long time, especially given how long we live nowadays. And a lot of things come up. And I think that if you can't be with somebody who's really grounded and solid and has that already there when you meet them, it's going to be a tough road.
How important are shared interests and shared passions?
I think they're somewhat important, but less important than I think that people imagine them to be. So your partner doesn't have to share all your interests, and I think we get very specific about our interests. Like, the person has to like dogs. Well, you know, maybe they like animals in general, but they're not a dog-obsessed person. Or the person has to be, you know, they have to read certain kinds of books. Well, maybe they're just intellectual, and that's good, but they don't have to read the same books. They don't need to share whatever you did at your book club. You don't have to be Siamese twins with the person. That's why you have friends too. And I think these relationships that are very much about, you know, we have to have everything in common, it's very stultifying in a lot of ways. And those people tend not to have the best relationships because they don't have a life outside of the relationship.
Lori, thank you so much. And for more with Lori, be sure to check out genConnect.